Howdy y'all, and welcome to episode 30 of my Let's Play series. I am Ragaras, and of course we are playing the FTB DW20 pack. Man, did I get a lot done last night. A lot done, believe it or not. In between, during commercials while I was watching TV last night with the kiddos, got a lot done. Got us some soul shards put together. Now, what we did is we made a soul forge. And if you have not made a soul forge, this is the recipe, of course. And really the only hard thing to get is your corrupted essence. This takes vile dust, which is soul sand in a furnace. And that gives you a vile dust for every soul sand, and then one glowstone. So you put a bunch of that together, and you get your corrupted essence. And that's basically your fuel. That's your coal or fuel or whatever for the soul forge. And that's for making the vile sword, which is the only weapon that will take the soul stealer enchant, and the soul shards. To make a soul shard, of course, and I do want to make some more, so might as well throw a diamond in there, because that's what you need. And for every diamond that you burn off, you get 3 soul shards. So last night I made a bunch. I made about 9 soul shards and got started. Where did I put them? And I got a skeleton, a chicken, and a zombie soul shard last night. Started on cows and slimes also, just in between. Cows went a little slow. Chickens I got off the very first time that I went in there. What I was doing with the chickens to get them so quickly, I told you earlier I had removed the chickens from up top. Well, I actually put those back in. So above here, there was a transposer, and there was about 10 chickens in there. And as they were laying eggs, it pops down here. So it was constantly coming out. And as this would fill up, I would just go ahead and keep turning it on and pumping more eggs in here. So, I mean, this thing was so full that I just went in there one time, killed all the chickens, and of course, with this Soul Stealer 5, which is the best Soul Stealer you can get on one of these swords, you don't need Soul Stealer 5, it just really, really helps, because you get 6 souls per kill instead of just 1, or I think 3 gives you, if you get Soul Stealer 3, I think you get 4 souls, and then 4 is 5, and I think 6 is 6. Something like that, or 5 is 6, 4 is 5. Yeah, something like that. So I killed so many that I actually got it a full tier 5 before they were all dead, and then I just cooked the rest. That's why we still have an additional stack. And I had like 4 or 5 stacks of chicken in here raw, so I went ahead and cooked them. We're working on cows right now, breeding some more back up after I killed the last bunch. Ooh, wow, they're noisy. Let's get out of here. So we'll get working on that. And what I did for the zombie and the skeleton is when I was watching TV, I would just stand right here and let the show that we were watching come on. And when a commercial would come on, I would just jump down. And of course, they're all just standing right there. And I would just kill off. There'd be a big group standing right there, so I would just kill them all off. And it took doing that. It took about an hour to get that shard, and that's just with these regular mob spawners. And I got these again from a Thaumcraft dungeon, one of those hill ones with the grates over the doors. I just gravity gunned the spawners over here and placed them there. But now that we have our soul shards with zombie and skeleton, we're definitely going to want to improve on this and make it so we can place those guys out here and then turn that on and off. Tier 5 is much better because, one, we don't have to worry about the lighting. We can leave this lit in here because they're going to spawn, and they'll spawn a lot more. So we'll be able to get a lot better experience from those, and mob drops. It won't even be a problem. Now, to get the enchanting room set up, what I did, and I changed these out to IC2 crops because they grow a little bit faster than regular wheat does. You don't get the seeds, which I will need, but what I'm going to do for that is we're going to make a Steve's Cart melon farm, since I already have a mining cart, which is what you need for a melon farm that we use to make the tunnel down below. So we're going to use that, and we're going to make a melon farm, and we're going to use pumpkins this time instead of watermelons. These are watermelon right here. We're going to use pumpkins, and the reason we're going to use pumpkins is watermelons only give you one seed per watermelon. So if I were to take this watermelon and we turn it into seeds, for seed oil we're only going to get one. Okay, now all the seeds give the same. They give 0.20, not a lot. They don't give a lot of seed oil. All the seeds, melon, wheat, all those only give one seed, so not very good. We want something better. Now melon, or the pumpkins, which grow just like the melons do, will give us 4 seeds per pumpkin. So if we put a pumpkin in here, we're going to get 4. So we're going to get more seeds per pumpkin than we will out of watermelon. And we're going to make some lily pads of fertility to help that out when we make that farm. And I also made a crop. These are sugarcane, and these are full size right now. In this room right here, just this little room, as you'll see, we get max productivity out of this room because we don't have to put the water blocks like we do a regular cane farm. Now the downside is, again, that we can't automate this process in this mod pack. Now I believe in the Ultimate and maybe Minecraft pack with GregTech that they have a that GregTech has a device that will deal with these farms, and I think there is plugins for IC2, or not IC2, forestry, that will allow the old forestry farms, not the new multi-block structures, but the old forestry farms to handle IC2 crops. Now I don't know about the multi-block farm. I got to look into that. They may actually handle it on their own. I don't know. I seriously doubt it though. But I'll try to find out and see what I can see. But this is going to give the best return, especially at an early stage, because this is going to give us over 2 stacks out of this little room right here. And you get multiples. You're not going to just get one per crop here. You're going to get more than that. And the good thing is you don't have to worry about replanting. I'm just going through and right-clicking these plants. And again, now this wouldn't have been possible, this setup right here, a few versions of IC2 ago, because whenever you walked on these crops, they would be destroyed. I guess they've improved that and fixed that. I guess that was a major complaint for everybody. But out of that little room, we got 2 stacks, and that's pretty good. You can see it builds up real quick. Wheat, this will be the second, what do they call it, reaping. When these get to full. I timed out regular wheat growth and these crop growth. The advantage I think I found with the crop growth is they seem to grow a little bit more uniformly. Like you'll notice there's not too many plants that are not growing with the rest of them. There's just this one, and it seems like it has not, I don't know if there's a problem with that block or something, but all these others will grow, and that one has not grown yet. All the way to maturity like the other ones. I already harvested everything, and this one was there, and so I don't know if there's a problem with that block or what. But I timed it out, and this grows quicker and more uniformly than regular wheat. Just having the regular wheat right here, I'm sure you've seen it. This one grows, that one doesn't grow. They all grow at different rates. You'll see here it's pretty uniform. I mean, they're all growing. They're all going to come to full growth very quickly within each other, and then you can come in here and harvest the whole thing at one time. And of course, the plus is you don't have to replant. You don't need to replant at all. You just come and right-click and harvest, and And again, you get multiple wheats off of each one. You're not going to just get one. Diet Mountain Dew, gotta love it. Now the downside again being that you do not get seeds from this. You don't get any seeds from this unless you break it. But that's okay. I mean, we don't need really what we need wheat for at this point, because we can survive off of apples from our tree farm forever, or chicken forever, or beef forever. We really don't need wheat except to feed our animals to produce more, until breed them more until we get the soul shard. So wheat, not that important. String, we're still growing. Unfortunately, you can't do IC2 with these, which is too bad, because that would be neat if these grow so slow. And the only other option for string, would be either a spider farm, which I haven't found a spider spawner over here yet, or did I? Or was that? No, that was the Ultimate World. I haven't found a spider spawner. Here, so that wouldn't really work. And the only other thing we could do is maybe do get a sheep spawner and do it that way. But then you have to, of course, turn the wool into string. So, there's a bunch of different possibilities that we have, and we may explore those. But that's where we are right now as far as what we got done. Now, what I want to do and try to do today is, if I can get enough, this is almost done. So when this is done, I think what we should try to do is head to the Nether. Now, I'm not going to make another portal for here. I have already explored quite a bit of the Nether, and I don't really want to generate any new chunks in the Nether, in the off chance that this ever gets updated to 1.51 and I can keep this world. If it gets updated to 1.51, I want to keep this world, but there's going to be new ore generation in the Nether. Mainly the quartz, I think it's called. Kind of looks like marble. Okay, there we go. Got those. Mainly marble. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try out a little trick. I kind of mentioned it several videos ago, that I had spent a great deal of time getting my nether skull. What you call it? My nether skeleton shard. And what I found was that there is a trick using God darn it, what is this thing? Anvil. Man, too many drugs when I was a kid. Using the anvil, you take two of the lower versions of the and that is a junk call. Let me turn that phone off. Whenever you get one from another state, probably a what do you call it? A telemarketer. Hate those guys. Especially telemarketers don't even talk to you anymore. They just play recording as soon as you answer the phone. That annoys me. I mean, if you're going to go to the effort to bug me, at least have the decency to do it in person so I can tell you off. Just playing a recording when I answer the phone, that's rude. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Nether, and we're going to kill some pigmen, but we're going to use these shards, and we're going to make multiple, probably tier 1s, and then we're going to come over here and combine them. Because I think this is a bug, and I don't think that it's going to stay in the game. I think they're going to fix it, but we're going to abuse it while it's here. So we're going to go get about 6 of these and see if that's enough, and we're going to combine them and see if we can get us a tier 5 pigman spawner. So we're going to go to the Nether. Okay, so first thing we're going to do So we're going to get out our salamander's eye. A definite must in the nether, especially if you do not or are not wearing a quantum suit. Let's see here. Of course, it does take a couple of gas tiers. Those are the hardest things to get, in my opinion, are the gas tiers. To get those are kind of a pain in the butt if you don't go to the Twilight Forest. Now, if you go into the Twilight Forest, the easiest way to get them is in those wooden towers. There are work in progress gas kind of spawners up in there. What I did to get a bunch was I've grabbed or gravity gunned a couple of those and placed them all in the same area. And when I want them, I just go over there and sit there and kill those until I get some gas tiers. This is my nether skeleton spawner. This is just a I can either just let them drop and die. If they ever start, there you go. I can just let them drop and die. I don't have any type of collection. This is generally close enough that I can get it with the coin when it's on, and if it's not, I can just open it up and get in there and get it. And if I want to keep them alive, just push the floor and everything up. There's sticky pistons underneath all this. And I can just let them all collect up, and generally when you get close enough, they'll figure out you're here. And using, not that one, but this one. And if you're going after nether skulls, pro tip, I guess you can call it, get yourself looting. Vorpal does not help you to get nether skulls. It's looting. Nether skulls, you need looting. So the good thing about this is I don't waste a lot. I can just come in here and let them build up right there and kill them all. So that's pretty awesome. Head off. And that's my nether skeleton. So we're going to find us some pigmen here. We're just going to see if we got any around. Probably got some up here somewhere. Well, hello, Mr. Ghast. Shoot with my bow. Get rid of that. There's my bow. Wrong spot. Where are you? Oh, you're gonna dodge. There you go. Alright, so let's oh, and here's what the salamander's eye does. Pretty cool. It's all the fires out that are around you. Pretty neat. Alright, let's find us some pigmen. Make sure we have. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. We can get rid of. What's about everything? So let's get one in here. And go kill him. Find us some more. There we go. I want to get at least tier 1 on all these. So I should probably go to, let's go to Soul Stealer here. Come here. Okay. Didn't get us tier 1. I think you need 100 or 50 or I don't know what you need now. 52. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut here and kill a bunch of these and try to get about 6 of tier 1 zombie pigmen soul shards. And when we have those 6, we'll be back and go through the process of combining those. So we'll see you in just a second. And we're back. We've got our 6 shards. Just pop back over to the main base. We're going to go ahead and do this over here just in case we don't have enough. We can run back over to the nether and get some more. So let's let me clean out a little inventory space here. So get rid of that and that, and this can go. Actually, go belongs at the other base.
Okay, so we got to... excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry about that. That's probably really loud. Okay, so we're going to take our zombie pigman. That's a slime. So what we get? We got about 6 of these. So we're going to combine them, and oh, man, I hope this still works. Okay, so that gives us a tier 2, and we're going to put a tier 1 in there. Tier 3. I feel so wrong doing this. I just want you to know. This just majorly feels like cheating, but hey, you know, it's in the game. Boy, got a cough this morning. And that will give us a tier 4. And hopefully this one will give us a tier 5. Nope. Very close, though. And then a tier 5. So that gives us a tier 5 zombie pigman spawner. And I did not have to kill very much. I did have to come and repair just after I cut the video. And to repair that, but I'm probably not gonna have to. I'm not gonna have time unless I cut and then I rush. But what I want to do is we're gonna set up a. Trying to decide if I want to use him for. What I'll probably do, and I'm just thinking as I go here. Oh, let me check on this real quick while I'm over here. Make sure we're not. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I want to check on or show what I want to do with the pigman spawner and why these things are so great to have. And I say as soon as you can get one, get one. What I have in here is I have 2 spawners. I actually have a creeper spawner and a pigman spawner. I would not suggest using a creeper spawner to get experience because if you do not have explosion or creeper damage turned off, any type of mob farm that you put them in, they're going to explode. And that's even with the turtles. I don't know why, but they even explode on turtles. I guess I tried putting them in a turtle with or one where the turtles kill everything, and they still explode. So if you're going to do that, I would suggest turning off creeper explosions or creeper damage. But what I have them, I just have them in here. This is not an experience mob spawner thing. It just collects from them. So if I need gunpowder, I can turn them on and off individually. So if I turn the pigmen on, what I have this set up to do is they come down here. I'm sure I've ooh, that's some weird lag. I'm sure I've shown this before. They fall all the way down, die. Their goodies are collected. The zombie flesh is voided. I just get rid of that. Don't have a use for that much zombie flesh. So we just get rid of that. The gold all comes up into this chest. And right here we have a fabricator set up to make gold ingots. The gold ingots are then, of course, pulled out and sent over here to this chest. Now, what we can use gold for is with our minium stone, and this also helps you if you don't have an Enderman spawner or you don't have good access to ender pearls. You can now use this to make iron. 1 stack of this makes 8 stacks of iron, which you can then use, either in your construction or in to turn it into other items. Gold, of course, can also be turned into diamonds, and iron can be turned into ender pearls. Once you have one of these going, and you really only need one, you can just leave it on, let them die, let it collect, void what you don't want. Make sure you can turn it on and off. That's why I prefer a tier 5 over a tier 4. Now, tier 4 will work in the overworld just like a tier 5 will, except for you cannot turn it on and off with a redstone signal. The tier 5 you can turn on and off. If you cannot, if you're just going to stick with a tier 4, make sure you have a way of killing all the spawns or dealing with all the item drops, because if not, you're going to definitely lag your server out with entities. But what we want to do now that we have these shards, and do we want to use him with the skeleton and the zombie to start building us an experience and mob drop spawner? So we already have a pretty decent beginning with this spawner right here. Believe it or not, this is actually, the size is right in here. The drop height is fine, because what this does is it lets them fall down here, and will keep them from, well, it would allow, because it's so high up, it's going to allow other things to spawn. Now what we'll have to do is we'll have to run a red wire signal here so we can, die. We'll have to run a red wire, when we place the cages here, we'll have to run a red wire signal over here so that we can turn them on and off. And then we're probably going to want to set it up to maybe auto kill or auto collect. Not sure if we'll use a turtle here. We actually have a bunch of different options we can do. So what I want to do something different than what I normally have done. I was watching who was doing the cows? I think it was Generic B on the Minecraft server. Him and BWO did a cow thing, and they were using the pellet launcher from Portal to kill them. Now that may actually be overkill here. Man, why are these things so loud? This may actually be overkill here, putting like a pellet launcher right here just to kill them. And it may not even work just because there will be so many right here. Well, give me your tips and suggestions. What do you think we should do? I know for sure, with the sheer volume of what's going to come out of these spawners, that the hole is not going to work. We're going to have to widen the gap. Probably make it... Probably what I'll end up doing is just expand it one block on either side, so we have a 3-hole going down. And that should suffice for just 2 spawners, I think. We'll definitely, next episode, come back and put those spawners in place and start getting these guys. And I may even make another couple of zombie or skeleton spawners, just to maybe we can make a quad in here, and then we'll use the pigman spawner. Maybe we'll make 2 spawners. So I really don't want to put the pigmen in here. Okay, well, I'll think about that between this episode and next. Definitely coming along. We have with that spawner right there, our iron problems are over. The only downside to whoa, got some cows in here. The only downside to this is there's no way to transmute copper or tin. Be really nice if that was one of the recipes, because honestly, copper is always an issue, and tin is kind of an issue. It's not so bad. I have the IC2 ore generation turned on, but playing through the ultimate pack, I did not turn it on, and man, copper and tin are rough. And for IC2, it uses so much copper and tin, and it's really hard to get your hands on. And so does well, no, thermal expansion doesn't use it so much, but you do definitely need copper and tin for IC2. And man, it's a pain. It's horrible to get your hands on. So it'd be nice if Equivalent Exchange would come up with some way to transmute iron into copper. That would be cool. Or hopefully they come out with the energy converters again. That would be kind of cool. Be nice to see some of E3 come back. You know, the Equivalent Exchange part I liked. It was some of the just the ability to make matter from nothing, like the energy collector flowers that were back in Equivalent Exchange 2. I didn't much care for those because I didn't like that it would just make. I thought it was a little imbalanced that it would just make something from nothing. Now the ability to convert from an item that you do need to something that you don't need. Now I've always liked that. I think that's a good idea, and it's a good way to control, your resources. All right, so next episode, hopefully you guys will give me some feedback and let me know what you'd like to see as far as a mob trap. I mean, we're gonna actually build this thing, I think, on video. We're gonna build it from start to finish. The room, of course, is already complete. What we really are going to work on is probably won't even show that. But I'm just going to run some red wire over here. Can actually light this room up now. Don't need these guys running. What we'll do is we'll just run a red wire over here, and we'll probably set it up. Since this one will be experienced, I think I'm just going to set this one up to, it'll turn them all on at the same time. And where are you still spawning? Darn you. Should still be spawning. See some light up in here. Just put one like right there. There you go. Now spawn. Heh. So yeah, what we'll end up having to do is mainly most of the what we'll end up doing will be down here, because it'll be dealing with these mobs, sorting or dealing with their drops, and collecting their experience, of course. So until next episode, make sure you give a like and or subscribe if you like the video. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think we should do here, and I'll take a look at those and see if that will work here. But we'll definitely try it out. I may go into a test world and try some new things out between this episode and next, and but we'll definitely get this situated out. This is a real important project to do as early as you can in the game, because this is going to get you your experience that you're going to need for books and upgrading items. Now, of course, you can say you use a nano sword, you don't need to worry about it. But there's a lot of good items in the game that are not machine type equipment. So you're definitely going to want your enchants. Definitely going to want your enchants and your experience. So it's real important to get this going pretty much as soon as you can get it going. Now this is, of course, an option. It's a little slow just to do it with these vanilla spawners. They just don't pop out very fast. You'll definitely see a difference once you get up into the soul shard spawners. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you coming by. Until next, wow. Until next episode, y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all later.